60 minute shit show. Episode 36.
Welcome back. We made it.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
We took we record every other Thursday, and we took the last Thursday we were supposed to record off because it was Endgame night, and I wasn't fucking around with the fuck around. I put up an old episode that we hadn't released.
Yep.
So we got special guests in the building.
Introduce yourself.
A friend of mine, old friend of mine. Let me introduce an old friend of mine. I've known him since 1999. Met him at the campus of UMSL.
I'm talking about we used to play 007,
007.
the original Halo, like Midnight Club Dub Edition.
Yep.
Like,
Man, I love that game.
Yeah.
I love that game so much.
For a long time. Give it up for Sleepy.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah, simple and plain, Sleepy.
There's only one Sleepy, bro. Like, you'll never meet another person like Sleepy. Period. Glad he's here with us tonight. We were supposed to have John Ashley Owen on the podcast today, but he couldn't make it, so we have to get him in next time. Shout out to him. This is going to be a fun episode for me. I need to start the timer, but this is the Endgame episode. So I'm fraudulent when it comes to the stopwatch on my phone and iPad. Literally, I have no idea how long this has been going on.
Jesus.
Wow.
That looks like 3,359 hours. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that is, okay, we reset that. Wonder why my battery's been low.
Kind of want to see how many days that is.
So let's make sure I close it out in the night. This is the spoiler edition of the 60-minute shit show. We're going to spoil it. So if you have not seen it.
140 days that timer's been running.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
That's insane. That's hilarious.
I wonder how much that's been a toll on your battery. Probably not much. That'd be really stupid.
No, I haven't noticed that at all. Okay, yeah. Spoiler edition. If you have not seen Avengers Endgame,
By now,
disengage.
you probably don't care.
If you haven't seen it yet,
Right.
You've been under a bridge. I mean, they're bootlegs out at this point.
Are you like a soft fan?
Not
Right.
a fan at all. You're waiting on Phoenix to come out.
Oh, God damn it. We got to talk about Dark Phoenix near the end of this shit.
I don't know anything about it.
You know what? I
You're
did
not
see it.
missing much.
I did see a trailer before Endgame.
I didn't even
that
watch the
made
trailer.
It made me want to see it. The Endgame trailer for Dark Phoenix made me want to see it.
It looks like the old X-Men movie.
Which we all loved at the time. Do you remember loving that?
No. Not the one with Jean where she like killed Cyclops. That movie was horrible.
That's pretty bad.
What about the first one, though? We all tricked ourselves in loving the first one.
I love the first one except for one scene.
The Toad scene?
The Toad scene.
You know why that is?
Why?
So there's the scene where Storm shocks a Toad and says, well, you know what happens when a Toad gets struck by lightning? Same thing as everything else. There was a setup for that joke in the beginning of the movie that they cut out. So had they kept it in, it would have made perfect sense. But instead, they just left the last one. Everybody's like, what?
I was infuriated with that joke, bro.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first two.
Yeah.
Before we go into Endgame.
We were allowed to enjoy those back then.
And then
I mean, it was a different era, too. Like
Totally.
We had different we had lower standards.
Yeah.
We didn't know that the ceiling. We didn't know the ceiling.
And then Dark Knight raised the stakes.
Dark Knight
Dark
changed
Knight
game. Changed the
is-
game.
Changed the game. And then MCU changed it after that.
Yeah.
yeah, it's been. Listen, we've been blessed
Oh, man.
to see. I guess the change from those X-Men, Spider-Man movies, the Fantastic Fours.
Oof.
We won't talk about those till now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what Marvel was able to do. With
I mean,
like-
it's unprecedented.
It really is.
11 years.
Yeah.
22 movies. Like we know what it's like
3,000
to
hours
only
of-
get 3 movies.
Yeah.
You know, like you get your favorite franchise, and Batman tried to push it, but by the third movie they were fucking Joel Schumacher killed it. Like they were done.
Batman
22
had nipples. His suit had
He
nipples.
had nipples.
It was in the commercial, too. Yeah,
Like,
they were proud of
seriously,
it.
Like your best franchise could only get off 3. That's it.
Yeah.
Name a franchise that got off more than 3 before MCU.
Star Trek.
Rocky.
Star Trek.
Yeah,
I've never
Rocky.
watched a Rocky movie, so
None?
Yeah.
No, everyone keeps
As a
like,
Northeastern boy, that's sinful.
I know everyone keeps giving me shit about that, but I've
Yeah.
never seen a Rocky movie ever. And I want to see Creed,
Not
but
even
I
the
can't.
Creeds?
I can't watch Creed if I haven't seen Rocky. That's how I felt, so I never watched
That's
it.
true. I can kind of get with
Because
that.
that's kind of, I hate to say it, that's kind of like the same family of movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I, need,
for sure.
I need to catch up and see it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel weird about it now. Like I feel like I just missed it. But I'll catch up.
Got Star Wars, too.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars. But they did it in groups
In
of
threes.
threes,
Yeah.
right?
I'll shut up. You're right.
You know, so like, and they're still doing it in groups of 3s.
Yep.
Like to this day.
Yeah, the trilogy format.
Like, dude, like, we're having a maybe less than a year break between the next MCU movies, and that's the longest they've done since 2011, I think. So
Dude, they're hitting us in the face like
Constant.
with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Like a straight punch. Have you?
Of course.
The
I
new
was
trailer.
doing it, the new trailer.
Yeah, we're
course.
good. We got to talk about that.
We got to talk about that for sure. We have to analyze that. Let's talk about Endgame, though.
All right.
I want to start the episode with my favorite quote from Endgame. Let me see if I can remember it now. In all my years of violence, conquest, and slaughter, it was never personal. But I tell you now, what I'm about to do to your annoying little planet, I'm going to enjoy very, very much. Best quote of the movie to me.
It goes right back to the beginning of the movie where he's like in a garden, meal prepping, I assume, for the week. And his armor's set up all nice.
Yeah.
There's no defenses.
Nope.
Like he really just wanted to, in his,
He was peaceful.
in his view, save the universe.
Yep.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but
But did it not work, though? Life went on.
life did.
All right, so
There's no football.
I didn't
games,
think we were
though.
gonna get-
Stadiums were.
I don't see why not, though. Like,
I didn't think we were gonna get philosophical this quickly, but the bombs we dropped in World War II were like to stop more people from dying. So we had to kill 130,000 people so that millions of people didn't
No.
go to Japan and die, right?
right.
So were the bombs the right thing to do? Because they didn't surrender after the first one, which is crazy. So we had to kill hundreds of thousands of people so that millions of people didn't die in like a full U.S.-Japan like
In the grand
invasion.
scheme of things, that's awesome.
Yeah, in the big scheme of, I guess.
So
my
you're rooting
life
for the nuke.
today,
Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day,
This sounds horrible.
I know, right?
Millions outweigh thousands.
Okay, but Thanos killed millions. So-
Trillions, bro. Trillions.
And war,
yeah.
And as far as I know, war didn't stop. Like people were still killing people.
Yeah, that's
Sure,
why,
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
Ronan was on.
Right,
Like, he was
out there
like,
killing.
I wasn't a part of the revenge against Thanos. Y'all got me.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else got Thanos. Y'all got me now. Like,
I don't. Yeah, I mean, humans are gonna be humans. We're not gonna stop doing what we do. We never will.
but you think
It might like ebb and flow, but
One thing I thought was really weird against Thanos' theory was snapping everything out of existence. So you actually, if
Start the universe over?
if you're cutting the resources in half, then like okay, his thing was balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we're surviving off the land and you take away half of the resources of the land, you're gonna make that half suffer. Does that make sense? Because the toll on it, like say, are eating meat, right? If you zap off half the animals, that's half the food that we have
Yeah, you
available.
didn't help us.
You didn't help us. You just broke us even, baby.
right,
Like,
yeah.
I guess my biggest issue was did he because he'd been on a universal cleanse already.
Right.
Like all of his children, I assume, came from planets where he'd killed half of the people.
Sure.
Did he take half of that half, or did he?
Yeah, like the planet that you've already ravaged and killed half off. Did you not snap them anymore because they were already cool? Like they were straight. You already halved them out.
And that bothered me. I'm like,
Yeah,
did
that's weird.
Did Gamora's planet get like snapped? Because now it's 1/4. And that,
But see, there was a plot hole with Gamora. There was a nasty plot hole because in Guardians she was the last surviving of her race, like she was the last one.
So
Go
what
back.
happened? And didn't
Yeah.
he go back? What's the
You're right.
What's the nomad planet? The star people with the star on their chest.
Novacor.
He went back and destroyed them.
Yeah,
or
he
no,
destroyed
Ronan
them.
did. Somebody.
No,
did.
he destroyed them.
no, he did.
Right.
Off camera.
Yeah,
So
that's how he got the stone.
right.
I guess at some points he's just like, fuck it.
Okay,
all y'all
so
gotta go.
here's the difference between these two movies. But I do want to say first that I enjoyed Endgame because it's part of a half. I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much on its own, but I like it more because we have Infinity War, and I think I like Infinity more because we have Endgame. It's a beautiful half, and they should have kept the fact that it was called Infinity War Part 1 and 2. They should have kept
I
that.
don't think so.
Because they feel like halves.
I like the mystery, the mystique behind what is this movie about to be called. I love that. I love that whole game.
I can respect.
But
that.
it feels like two halves of one.
I see it as just one long movie.
Both these mics sound weird.
But what I was gonna say is, when in Infinity War, everybody's like, yeah, I can. You got the people that making memes about it. I can kind of get behind Thanos. Is like, there's memes of somebody getting stuck in traffic and like, where's Thanos now? Like people trying to be funny. Like I wish Thanos would. And now in the second movie, he's kind of insane. Like he's lost his plot. Like
I
he's
don't think
destroying
so.
entire planets now, and he's and now he wants to snap everything out of existence. Like he's gone completely overboard because
But
planet Earth like pushed him over the edge.
Well, yeah. For one, I mean,
But before people like to relate, now I think he's showing his true madness.
I don't think he thought it through. Before you, because you don't forget about the people, so of course you're going to want to try to change it, or you're going to be Ronin, who's going to be a vigilante and just kill other, I guess, bad people too. As long as you can remember the people that have died, you won't have peace. Like there's no peace of mind. So I get why he wanted to like destroy everything and rebuild it. I guess that made more sense than taking half to me.
yeah.
And I don't even like him at all.
I think when he said all of it, because of the trouble that everybody's been giving him, trying to get the stones back and going through time and all that, I think he realizes his experiment didn't quite work.
Yeah, I think he was going to do a hard reset.
Right,
I don't think
exactly.
he was going to kill off all life. I think he was going to like reduce them to atoms, like he said, and then bring them back with no memory of what happened before.
Oh, I didn't get that at all.
Yeah,
but I've only seen it once.
I've seen it 3 times,
okay.
so
Yeah,
that's what he was inferring.
Yeah, he was going to erase that part.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And then he kill anyone who could tell them, i.e. the Avengers.
yeah,
He's like, I'll just kill you.
and then that's it, because you guys because they're the only ones who are caring
Putting up a fight.
Putting up a fight. What did you have a problem with? Besides that.
I think I have a problem with people like that watched it. I thought everything was perfectly explained to me in the movie.
Hey, let me say something. I got invited into a few like Facebook discussion groups, and I've been in them since Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like people want to talk about it, and you don't want to talk about it on Facebook, so you go create this group.
Smart.
And I was in like
Appreciate
2 or
that.
3 groups, and I got out of all of them because at least in that first week, people had so many dumbass questions that I was like, "You're no way I could be in a discussion group with these non-fans."
Right.
Because you watched the same movie I watched. They literally said the question in one group that I was just added to. This person said, "How did they get the space stone?" That was like 30 minutes of the movie. Like, how do you not like? Well, they said, "Well, if Loki took it and vanished, how did they get the space stone?" What did you watch? Did you watch the same movie I watched?
I've been really perturbed, like, since I've seen the movie. After the first watch, one, it's science fiction. So
Yeah,
everything
grain of
isn't gonna
salt.
make sense.
Right.
But they literally went out of their way to, like, explain everything in the movie to the point to where I was just like, okay, whether that makes real scientific sense or not, at least they gave me an explanation. I don't know enough about quantum physics to say that they're lying, so I'm going to roll with it. I've been asked so many times by so many people because I'm the Marvel guy in my group of friends.
Got a reputation.
Like, how did this happen? And I'm like, well, he put the stones back. But no, listen.
I kind of like that. I kind of like the movie. So before the movie came out, I said, I hope this is really confusing. I hope it's a fucking brain bender. I hope it's like Inception, where people are going, wait a minute,
Yeah,
what happened?
Which it kind of is.
Right. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
I do need to watch it again to get I had some severe fucking tooth pain during that movie, so I couldn't concentrate. It was bad.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So even my own one viewing was a little bit blurry, but yeah. Anyway, but I'm glad it's confusing some people. I wanted it to be that way. It's it's a time travel movie, so I want people to scratch their heads. It'll make them watch it again and go, oh,
Yeah, I definitely said that I did not want it. I did not want an easy fix, which I thought time travel would be easy fix. But the way they did make it complex made it work.
Yeah, it didn't go without a hitch.
Yeah.
No, it was, I mean, they took basically all my favorite time travel movies.
Right, yeah.
Because it never goes right.
Yeah.
And
No.
it went wrong.
Yep, 3 or 4 different ways.
One of my favorite scenes, which they do a lot of explaining, is the Hulk and Chosen One scene. That was one of my favorite.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was one of my favorite.
That was really
swing-
unexpected.
Yeah, and then to realize that, of course, she's there defending the city in her own world, not too flashy so everyone can see it, but quietly defending.
She's defending that
the
building.
Sanctum Sanctoria, but also not just defending it, but actually just still destroying creatures at the same time.
She literally told everyone how to fix the time travel issue in the movie.
Yep.
Just put the stones back like a second after you took them.
Yeah.
And no
Well,
one
that was Bruce's idea.
And nobody batted an eye.
But no one paid attention to that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Cap did. Remember?
No, I mean fans.
Oh, sure.
they were just like, well, how did he?
There's a lot of information
took the
coming at
stone
you
back.
real fast in that movie.
It
So
is. But it's so heavy. That part to me is so heavy when she says we're depending on you.
Yeah.
Like my reality is dependent on you. And I thought it was super dope too that she already knew Strange was coming. You know what I'm saying? And then like once she realized that Strange was the one who gave the stone up, that changed everything in her
yeah,
mind.
you saw her whole
Her
attitude
whole
go.
like, oh shit.
okay.
I have to do this
Right.
because he did this.
Right.
And he's
And
depending on me to do this.
We were able to see if he didn't have the time stone, Dormammu would have taken over in the Doctor Strange movie.
Right.
So what she predicted was correct.
Right.
That stone had to come back, and I liked how they went back and put that in there.
Yeah.
Because if you've seen Doctor Strange, you know how pivotal that actual stone is.
That's one of my favorite scenes in Doctor Strange too.
It made my day. I said, okay.
The Dormammu shit.
You know, it took him. In theory, I forgot who I read this, but it was a credible source that he did that so many times with Dormammu that he mastered the arts while he was doing it.
Right.
So he went from like, you know, kind of intern to like fucking super professional because he took
He's
that
stuck in
long
time so long.
yeah.
That's so cool, man. I like that scene a lot, right from the jump, because he's like, "I'm looking for Doctor Strange," and she goes, "You're 5 years too early."
I thought that was amazing. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
And then like when she did the explanation of time, how linear it is, and how if you take one out,
She
and
shoots
then,
it off into the horizon.
Yeah, and then Bruce goes like this, like because he's in the astral world at this point, so he can probably see the shit too, and just pulls it back in. I love that scene. It's one of my favorite scenes.
It's pretty good, man. Fight for New York's going on in the background.
Yeah, the fight for New York is happening.
But I mean, it made perfect sense to me. I got to give the MCU props, just period, that for making me care about characters I didn't care about.
Yeah, for
Dude,
real.
can we talk about Hawkeye?
Let's go back to day one. I did not give a shit about Thor,
Oh, so you got it.
Captain America.
I didn't care about Iron Man.
I didn't really care about Iron Man that much.
He was a
No,
drunk.
his movies weren't hitting.
I was a Cyclops, Wolverine, Spider-Man kind of guy. Like,
So, we're about the same age, I assume. I grew up in the 90s.
Uh-huh.
I was a teenager.
Uh-huh.
But I was still watching some cartoons.
Of course.
Spider-Man came on.
Right.
X-Men came on.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man had a cartoon too.
da-da-da-da-da.
But Iron Man came on at like 6:30 in the morning.
Damn.
Fantastic Four had a cartoon as well. They
Yeah.
came on at like 7. X-Men and Spider-Man came on at like prime time. Kids are awake eating cereal time.
Yep.
How they were
The
able to...
Pokemon Power Rangers Gargoyles time frame, like right in
Oh
there.
my God. It's such a great time to be a kid. How they were able to flip those characters and make them important to me.
I mean, what they did with Iron Man and Cap is just
It's amazing.
incredible.
Yep.
It's
Incredible.
amazing.
It's amazing.
Those are the characters that they couldn't
Bro.
sell.
Well, Thor too. Like Thor's like the I mean, low key kind of like the white guy prince, like the supreme, like super, like he's the king of the. You know what I mean?
Like they're not huge
and they-
characters to our childhood. Like literally, I have hundreds of comic books. I don't have one Iron Man, not one Thor,
Yeah.
not one Captain America.
don't
Now
either.
they're in the comic books that I have, but I don't own any of their series.
Right.
They just weren't the sexy, cool characters.
No.
I own some of
So
Victor's
wasn't
books.
Thor talking like he thou art? Wasn't he like
Yes.
proper?
Yeah.
He spoke like Shakespeare.
Right.
And the script on all the comic books that he's in has a special font, like a Celtic font.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's his.
I wouldn't.
movie.
I wouldn't with that.
Thou art
It felt
thy
corny.
enemy. Like he talked like
Remember, there was an old comic series called Prince Valiant. Do you remember those?
Yes.
That's what Thor felt like to me. So I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
he
man.
was. Yeah.
But you know how white people be with Vikings and shit. Like Thor was it for a lot of white people, and I don't know
It's a name they know
that too.
But
from
Vikings
Norse
are-
mythology.
Vikings are pretty dope. I'm not gonna pretend like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
aren't.
for sure.
But like as a 12-year-old, like Thor wasn't the book I was picking
Nope.
up.
No,
I was never.
not
It
at
never
all.
hooked me.
Never did. I was.
Wasn't into Aquaman either.
No, who was? Come on, who was? You wasn't.
I don't. I wonder.
No.
I
No one-
wonder.
And you didn't buy no one. You
I
didn't-
want somebody on this podcast
Did you
to
buy
tell me
Flash?
they were a hardcore Aquaman fan in the '90s.
Did
I
you
don't
buy
think
Flash?
anybody. I would no. Whoa.
No,
I won't front. I've been a Flash. guy
Yeah,
for a long-
So
I've-
you bought Flash comic books
because Flash was broke like me. Like Flash was eating ramen. Like Flash was like him and Spider-Man are like neck and neck and like living my life. So
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's always pretty broke.
Spider-Man was it. I don't remember buying a lot of Flash comics, but I did like that corny ass '90s TV show with the guy that played his dad on the new show being the original Flash.
I don't know. I don't never seen it.
for real.
So,
I've
have
never
you seen
seen
the
it.
new Flash?
Yeah.
His dad was
Wait,
the
he
OG.
was shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Dead
That's
ass.
hard.
His dad.
He was buff as
Flash.
fuck. He was like this big meaty Flash, but it was corny, but I liked it.
Side note: DC dropped the ball. They could have easily had me on board by putting the TV show Flash in the movie. I would have fucking loved it.
By not
Yeah,
connecting the
that's
two
weird.
universes,
Yep.
they fumbled.
Yeah.
Because I had an
That's a
attachment
misstep.
to
Is it
Flash.
a management thing? You know, like they couldn't.
Who knows?
You know what I mean?
I think they just chose not to.
Yeah, who
That's
knows?
that's dumb.
That's dumb. Because
Yeah.
you have Coulson in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which gave me 4 or 5 seasons of me caring
Yep.
about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Just
Did you see the new
strength of
season? They're
Coulson.
making an evil version of him. He's got to fight himself.
I'm good. I'm so good.
You know, you're not watching. You're done with Shield.
I've been done with
Yeah,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
I've been done with
since,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
since
for a
right
while.
before Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's a shame though, because our Ghost Rider was the shit.
That was a really good season.
I heard it
by the
was.
way.
I want, and trust me, I want to go back. I might have to just restart because I want to know what's up with the Inhumans because I know that's a plot.
Okay, so now that the X-Men are owned by Marvel again,
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure the Inhumans are a done deal. I don't know if you guys read the comics. I still do. X-Men
Every once
are
in a while.
I don't read the Inhumans comic, but I still read
Well, the
comics.
X-Men are back.
Yeah.
Kinda, they put them on the back burner for
Yeah,
a while.
I just read the Return of Wolverine. There are like three or four issues into that. The Return of Wolverine.
How'd they explain it?
Something about hell. Like he is like Hellfire Blaze now. Like
Oh.
it's pretty badass.
He's a super
You
something.
know, he went to hell. He doesn't know who Wolverine is. He doesn't know who Logan is, but everyone else is like, you're a hero. You're supposed to do this. And he's
Interesting.
Like, all right.
Well, they just brought Scott back too, so Cyclops is back as well. So they're really rebooting the
That
X-Men.
motherfucker killed Charles.
He had to go. Charles had to go. I'm sorry.
I disagree.
He had to
That
All
go.
right,
scene-
we're off the rails.
That
guys.
scene
We gotta-
fucking broke me.
We gotta get back to
Sorry.
Endgame.
I stopped
Endgame.
reading X-Men at that. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
We gotta get back to Endgame. We're off the rails.
Cyclops was right. Sorry.
There's 2 camps, and you're in the other one.
2 teams. Team Xavier, Team Scott.
My buddy, real quick, my buddy Fleet, who runs the comic shop in the Loop, he'll be here on the 23rd, and he's Team Scott. Always has been.
He'll be on the episode on the podcast.
On 23rd, yeah.
I wasn't
cool.
Team Scott until he became Ultra Magneto.
Yeah.
And then I was like, whoa.
We can talk. There's a whole episode we can talk about how the Marvel movies nerfed Scott, nerfed Cyclops.
Oh, fuck. They
Because
ruined
in
him.
a comic book, he is the leader. He is so fucking
Charismatic. He doesn't fucking cry all
He's
the time.
fucking shit in the
Yeah.
comic books.
Whenever this
He's
episode
my leader.
happens, I would love to come back just for a cameo because I've loved Scott always. He gets a bad rep for
He does. Only the movies. The movies made him a little bitch. Like
I mean, the
Wolverine-
cartoons made him pretty soft too.
He was soft in the cartoons, but he wasn't that soft. Where he's like
They made him.
bitched out
They
all
made
the
him a
time.
corny leader.
Wolverine would like destroy his car and be like, "Bye, Scott." Like, okay, Wolverine. My bad.
All right, back to Endgame. Back to Endgame.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right. I had a fun when I was thinking about this episode, and I wanted to talk about things I didn't understand, I didn't like, that wasn't logical, or maybe too logical for a movie. Keeping the focus that it's just a movie,
Right.
Right. So everything's not going to make sense.
I got you.
What happens to people that died because of the snap? Not because they got snapped, but they died.
But the 300
because
people,
of the snap.
the 300 people on the plane because the pilot got snapped.
Do they come back?
They didn't explain that. Damn.
Right? What happens to babies who get snapped? Babies get snapped too. If you get snapped, do you go back to the original position? Spider-Man did. They all got snapped back where they fucking got snapped.
Were they in the universe?
So
Like-
if you was just out and like you're just missing, like you're a kid, you're missing. You're like
Peter described it as he woke up.
yeah, right. But you're gonna woke up where you got snapped at.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They were on Titan, and he's
So-
like, "Let's go."
You're a fucking 8-year-old kid who gets snapped in the park, and your parents are all the way across the country somewhere, or like
Damn.
what the fuck you gonna do then? Like now you've increased. There's millions of missing people, like lost people.
You've done an excellent job of what people have been trying to do of make me question this movie. Just now.
That's. I mean, obviously you're like, oh.
I think Hulk snapping was a do-over. Everything was fixed. That's it. Just don't analyze this.
How?
Don't worry about it.
Well, that's the point, right?
Right.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's a movie. Don't worry about it.
Right.
But still,
No,
now-
I think the snap, because all he has to do is put what he wants to have happen in his mind when he snaps.
right.
That's
so
how that
he
works.
Can say,
So he can say, just fix it, bam.
What
Just
time-
fix it.
What time of year was it? Did they ever say?
the snap was summertime.
So I mean, so kids would be out of school. Maybe they just woke up at home. Maybe they just woke up. At
What
the house.
home? What if someone else owns the? It's 5 years. What if someone else owns the apartment? Or like,
Yeah,
what the
I
fuck?
think Hulk snapping was just fucking fix it. Like logistics be damned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta kind of close your
Yeah.
eyes and kind of.
That's my logical band-aid.
He thought long and hard too. He tried to
Shit.
bring back Black Widow and Vision, and
Yeah.
it didn't work.
Right.
So
I still believe that Vision is still alive. Shuri dumped his memory into like.
I mean, she worked on him for a while.
I mean,
Yeah, she like worked on him and finished and swiped and then turned around. So.
I mean, WandaVision is a show that they've announced. So,
Oh, he's gonna be back.
So he's coming.
That's true.
back.
And Paul
Good point.
Bettany. Like you can't get rid of Paul Bettany. He's like the fucking.
That guy's awesome.
He is Vision.
Yeah.
Before you continue, I think it's dope that going forward with the Disney Plus service, all the TV shows will have an impact on the MCU.
And that's smart.
Finally, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted the whole time. I wanted Luke Cage to show up in Wakanda or something like that, and they never did.
Can we just like with moving forward, interdimensional? Can they bring back like Jessica Jones? She got approved for another season on Netflix. By the way.
One last Netflix show.
Maybe they can use this as an explanation to bringing people in.
So the issue is, from what I've read, is that they signed a contract with Netflix, so they can't produce the shows that they've canceled for a certain amount of years. So that seems to be the problem, because Netflix had them for a certain amount of years until they would cancel them, so they can't use them. Kind of like a contract thing.
Sure.
So in like maybe 4 years, we could get like Daredevil back. But
Yeah.
like right now, unless they paid Netflix some money, which they could. I mean, they own.
Sure.
They're Skynet, so they own everything.
Right. And they got unlimited money, so
They could possibly just pay Netflix off and say, "Hey, we want to bring Luke Cage back," because the Avengers are kind of depleted right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
right. They need reinforcements.
And Luke Cage would be. I mean, he's been a leader of the Avengers in the comics, so
Yeah.
he'd be a nice addition.
He'd be a great. You know what? It would be so monumental. I'd even forgive Iron Fist. Like bring that goofy motherfucker back.
Season
in
2
here.
wasn't so bad,
Season 2 was.
and I really wanted a Heroes for Hire show.
I got to stay on point because season 2 was good.
Season 2 was pretty good,
All right, I gotta finish season 2.
but I wanted a Heroes for Hire show because him and Luke Cage was always a good time.
Oh, fucking Iron Man and
Power Man and Iron Fist. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite black hero because he was in the hood.
Yep.
Black Panther's cool, but he's like a king.
Right.
I can't-
A little bit removed.
I can't relate.
It's a lot of fantasy in Black Panther. A lot of fantasy.
But that's what was so cool about Killmonger, because he's like, yo, our people are suffering, and you're sitting here, in your kingdom
Eating
doing
grapes.
nothing.
How are they bringing him back? by the way?
Killmonger?
Yeah.
I heard that they're bringing Michael B. Jordan for Black Panther 2.
Did the
I
snap just
don't
bring
think.
random people back?
I don't think.
Oh fuck,
I don't. It could.
that's funny. Well, maybe he'll see him in the what do they call it, the Biat or whatever, the other world. The when he went to see his dad in the
Yeah.
afterworld, maybe Killmonger's
Maybe
in
it's
there.
that. You know what?
That's true.
I'm with that.
Because he did eat the fruit, and I think that the fruit has a lot to do with you passing on to that world. Otherwise, it'd be filled with Wakandans.
Now, I always thought right in the end of that movie, is like, hold up, he ate the fruit. He might not be dead. He might just be out for a minute.
They might go with that too.
Right.
Like he slowed his heartbeat and he.
Sure.
Yeah,
Or
but
he'll come back in the grave or something. Hey, if Wolverine can come back.
Everybody comes back, guys.
let's see.
Hey, refresh
do
my
you-
memory real quick. I'm sorry. At the end of Logan, wasn't there a hint of, didn't the casket like shake, or am I? No, he's
No,
dead.
no,
Dead.
no.
No,
You-
I'm thinking of Batman Superman.
You're thinking about Batman being Superman.
Yeah, okay.
Logan's gone.
All right,
Yeah,
right.
he's super dead.
He left a year too early.
I think so. What scenes moved you emotionally? Because I was moved emotionally through every time I've seen the movie, and it's been different scenes, but one scene in particular that gets me every single fucking time.
I was not as I was distracted, so maybe it'll work better the next time. But I was not as emotionally connected as I thought I would be.
You didn't drop a tear?
No tears.
None?
No,
Oh my
That's
god.
weird.
there's a lot of pain.
I
you
couldn't
guys.
help it. Listen.
I'm not a crier, but
It takes a lot to cry for me, like a lot.
Oh,
and
I'll let
that
you go
movie the first time, at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Like it watered up and
Yeah,
dropped
yeah.
off. Like the gangster one
Yeah.
just dropped off. Like
Go
it was
ahead,
just
give me,
thing.
because I know there's one for sure, but I can't recall which one. But I know you'll cover it. So
Let's see. The first, I'm gonna try to remember as many as I can because I've seen it 3 times, and
I
I've had
probably have the same, but
yeah, sure.
I'll interject.
for sure the number one that got me all 3 times was the after the on your left, like that whole sequence.
Yeah.
Like when all of a sudden
It's just an nerdgasm.
it was literally what I've wanted to see on a movie theater screen my entire life since a child.
Yep.
And it was it. It's what made Civil War disappointing. Right? Like that grand shot.
Yeah. Civil War. It makes Civil War feels like backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With like wrestling with friends.
Right.
That's what it felt like.
Right. They were pulling their punches.
Yeah, like wrestling
right.
with friends. I was so emotional in that scene. Every time I see it, it's just like, this is beautiful. This is speaking to every note of a fan that I have. Like it's just it's the moment.
So, I'm gonna do one toward the end of the movie that got me.
Oh, I bet y'all know what it is.
When Peter Parker, there's a moment in the fight. There's a big ass fight.
Oh, yep.
But like Peter Parker and Tony Stark have like a moment.
Yep. And he's
Where
so
he-
excited.
Hey, listen, I'm not even a crier, but
But
man,
what? So be more specific. What part?
The part
So-
where he was like, I just woke up.
I woke up.
You were
and-
gone. You weren't there, and then he starts doing the magic thing. I
Yeah.
was like, oh
and then
my
Tony
God.
hugs him, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like-
yeah,
And then he says, "This is nice."
yeah.
It's a callback to Homecoming.
This
Because
is
when
true.
he reached over in the car and says, "I'm not giving you a hug. I'm opening the door."
Yes.
It's literally a callback to that.
when they hugged, like
Yeah.
That got me.
I never saw.
Because Tony was upset, but Peter dying in front of him is what ruined him. That's
Listen.
why he was so fucked up in the beginning of this movie.
As a
amongst many other reasons.
Yes, he wouldn't have even made the time travel possible if he hadn't.
If it
looked
wasn't
at the
for
picture of
yeah,
Peter.
it was only because he saw a picture of him
Like that is what pushed him over the
with his
edge.
dad, and then the picture
Right.
of Peter Parker.
When
picture of his dad.
when he got to talk to him, because I kind of knew that Tony would die because he didn't resign the contract.
Yeah. We all knew that.
Him and Cap, like we knew something had to happen.
Yeah, we all knew that.
But when he hugged him, and that little moment,
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, I guess you with tooth pain, you're tough.
yeah.
I
I couldn't hold it.
No,
I
it
couldn't
was-
hold it. I couldn't hold it, dog.
I ain't gonna front.
I didn't care.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was nice.
It cut me deep.
That was great.
Side note, I'm gonna say this is my favorite movie of all time because it pulled out emotions that I've never seen I never had in a movie.
Like,
I've never had these emotions, and I cried at Five Goes West. That's it. Fast forward to 2019.
Wow.
I'm in Avengers Endgame 3 times, 3 different weeks, tears.
I'm not gonna front. I got misty, like straight, not like boo hoo.
No,
Right,
yeah,
right,
it wasn't
Not
rocking
like,
back
not
and
like,
forth.
oh, like yeah,
No, like,
audible.
emotional, watering.
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
eyes are watering.
Sure.
At least 3 times,
Nice.
possibly 4.
All right, what are the other scenes then?
I'll tell you one.
We'll
let
take turns.
Let me,
All right,
hit,
sure.
let me hit you with my scene. Funeral. Camera panning. They get to the kid from Iron Man 3, and it's just boop, fucking water. Just like like what the fuck, dude? Like
You know why that didn't hit me? Because I didn't know who that fucking kid was.
I knew immediately.
I touched my gal. I'm like, who the fuck was that?
It had to be him.
Right.
I didn't know 100% until they said it, but I was like, it's gotta be.
I knew it immediately,
I
bro.
did the
That's
years.
awesome.
I'm like, it's gotta be that kid.
That's amazing.
Because his mom didn't even show up. I'm like, damn, he's just by himself. I'm like, God damn
But
it.
Tony
Mom.
left him a whole like technological
No,
suite,
no,
didn't he?
that was him. That's how he connected with Peter Parker. I think was meeting that kid and seeing that energy in that kid and like wanting to nurture that energy. And then you see him at MIT giving the grants. Like he
Yeah.
becomes this person who wants to help kids.
Right.
He wasn't that person in the first Iron
No.
Man.
You're
He
right.
He's
wasn't.
blowing shit up.
He was this person.
For a
He was
dollar.
the drinking person, the party person. He became that philanthropist after what happened to him. And then when he meets the kid in Iron Man 3, a whole new path. What do you see? The next movie he's in, he's donating
No, you're right.
money to MIT. to the
Oh
kids.
man, you know what's great when he yells it because he's in his like he's on the IV and he's all fucked up
Oh,
and he's
that
yelling
was
at the
so
team. He's like, I
good.
tried to prevent this. I tried to tell you.
You said we'll lose together. Where were you? I was like, woo!
Yeah.
What Misty? Little upset.
I wasn't missing that scene. But
No,
I was
no, no,
upset.
no,
I
but-
was Team Cap too, but I was like, damn, Cap, he's right.
Right.
That shit was powerful.
Because that was such a powerful quote when he was like, what if we lose? We'll do that together too. That was such a powerful quote
God, they've been writing this shit
in
for
Civil War.
so long.
Do you know that they've been hinting at Peggy Carter having a secret husband the entire time?
Yep.
And that fucking secret husband is Captain America?
I went back to I watched Agent Carter on purpose. I binge watched it just to see, and they literally talk about her husband all the time.
Her secret
And
husband.
We never see him, and the whole damn time it's Cap. I was mind blown.
Fuck.
Dude, come on, dude.
That's incredible.
They
Come
planted
on.
that seed like years ago.
It's superior storytelling.
Yeah.
Random scene. Might not have got everybody else, but it got me.
Uh-huh.
When Hawkeye goes on the test run
Yeah.
and he sees his family.
Yeah.
He goes
He
to the
calls
door
out.
and he calls out. I was like, God,
That was
he
the-
can't even see her.
Right.
The
Yeah.
last viewing, oh no, second to last viewing. My second viewing, the scene that got me is Thor talking to his mother.
Yeah,
I don't have a
that
relationship
was
with
that
my
was
mother.
real sweet.
I don't have a relationship with my mother. So like seeing that, it was the way he acted it, and like he admitted, I am from the future. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like,
well,
it
she
was
knows.
Like, it's like it was literally like a son to his mother admitting that it was amazing.
Yeah,
My
and
mom's-
I love how she just knew.
Yeah,
Like she knew everything.
yeah. She's
So
like, I see things.
so they could just have a
differently.
moment.
Yeah.
And have it not be weird.
Which is-
I was happy he got that moment.
Yeah.
Because my mom is no longer here too, so I could relate on a real life level. Like, damn,
Yeah.
if I could go back in time and just get even 10 minutes with my mom,
Damn.
just no matter how I look now or whatever, so she'd be like, "Hey, I love you. You're my son."
Right.
If you
Now,
think
now I'm gonna let you go. Go save the world.
yeah. Do like be the person you're gonna be.
Yeah, that was
but
tough.
Not the person you're supposed to.
That was an
you
interesting
think you're
message.
supposed to be. That's man.
I like that message a lot. That was really out of
That's
nowhere.
That's a life.
Say it
lesson.
again. It's a what?
Be the person that you're
Something like that
supposed
you
to
are
be.
now.
Yeah, be the person that you are now, and not the person that you're supposed to be.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all the preconceived notions of what you're supposed to be.
Right.
Don't do that. Be the person that you want to be.
Right.
And that fits Thor so well because the whole time, even when he felt unworthy, he was still a god,
Yeah.
and he didn't let emotions affect him.
Yeah.
And honestly, as Thor in the MCU is not really the Thor that he should be. You know what I'm saying? Like the Thor is that we should know from the comic books is all over the place, like being a fucking god, flying everywhere. And the one Thor that we get in the MCU really only fucks with Asgard and Earth.
That's
Only
real.
protects the 9 realms. Like not really. So him being out in space with the Guardians is perfect.
Yeah. We don't see him fuck with the other realms. We need a Thor movie.
I mean, we're gonna get Asgardians of the Galaxy.
We'll get Asgardians. I think he might just be doing the group thing for a while.
Yeah.
Which because it worked so well
We never see the other realms.
in Infinity War. It works so well. The relationship between Thor, Groot, and Rocket.
Rocket?
It
Yeah.
works so well. And then the
Him and Star-Lord.
Him and Star-Lord. That dichotomy, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
That scene is probably one of the funniest scenes I've seen in an MCU movie, where he was like they're arguing on who's going to be in charge, and superbly acted by Chris Hemsworth, where he's like, yeah, you're in charge.
It's 100%.
It's perfect.
Awesome dry humor.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's literally one of the best scenes between two characters that's funny. And it's literally that scene that they did is so powerful. It sets up the entire Galaxy 3 movie.
Yeah.
He's searching for Gamora, because that's going to be the plot point.
Oh, fuck!
He's
That
gonna
fucked
get-
me up when like he tried to kiss her, and that's not the same fucking Gamora.
Yeah, he's like, you missed the first time. You got both the second time. No, he's gonna try to make 2014 Gamora fall in love with him.
Yeah.
And that's it's also an excellent way to bring Gamora back. Like, I'm not mad at this Gamora, because this is our Gamora.
It's the original Gamora.
Yeah, just
A few years back.
Unconvinced about love and dancing.
It took time.
Right.
The other scene that got me is actually right after he meets his mom, when he gets the hammer and he's like, "I'm still worthy."
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, "Goddamn, Thor! I don't
Yep.
even like you in real life."
and then what got me because of Milnor is when Cap wielded Milnor.
It wasn't a cry moment. That was a
That-
stand up and
That was
moment.
that was a thrust my fist into the air moment.
Yeah,
I was animated.
By that time, I'm emotionally done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just like wrecked. But this is before the big one. But like, I was easy to get emotional. Like at that
Oh, you
point,
were
like,
all in.
I was just like, I know for a fact, 100%, when the hammer went up and it shook up and it flew to him and he did this and caught it and brought it back, I gasped audibly, like.
It was a
yeah, my theater made some noise.
It was a pretty dope scene. I went the second day, so
Yeah, I
My
had to wait till
theater-
fucking Sunday.
my theater applauded.
Yeah.
So you guys, I feel so bad because the first viewing was
Oh, no,
was Thursday.
These were all
My-
first timers for me too.
My
for
Yeah,
sure.
it
second
was
viewing
awful.
was Tuesday, but the energy of the first Thursday night,
Yeah.
it was perfect. Like, it literally, I think, because my girl saw it and she's not a big comic book nerd like I am, she was like, that was amazing. And we talked about it afterwards. She thinks it was more amazing because of the crowd reaction.
Yep.
The crowd was 100% on every single word of the movie.
So
Quiet when
And
they needed to
I
be.
never saw that energy again.
Well, I went Friday, so I didn't go Thursday. I went Friday, and it was still first time viewers,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And when I don't know, I can't compare it to Thursday night because I wasn't there. But when I tell you, there were like at least 5 times where the entire crowd was like all in.
Yep.
And I won't lie, I was in a mixed theater, but like when Black Panther walked through the damn,
Oh. Hey, so
it got extra hood in my
Yeah.
theater. Oh.
look, My dad texted me Sunday, and he said, I just got out of Black Panther. It might be Saturday, Sunday of this week. He's like, I just got out of the theater. When Black Panther came out of the portal, my theater started screaming Wakanda forever.
That's what happened at my theater.
And he said,
Fuck, that's great.
He said, it's a white theater.
That's awesome. Now,
And I was like, that's fucking awesome.
literally every black person in my theater in unison, like stood up in some sort of Wakanda salute. And I was like, me trying to be like a respectable like watcher because I'm all in. I was like, damn, I should have just been me and just fucking stood
Joined
up
him.
just now. Because like I had never Cap with the hammer, instant. I'm talking about everybody pandemonium.
Yeah.
When they panned and everybody starts walking out and Thanos has that look like, what the fuck is going on? Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, damn, I've never seen an entire movie theater so invested
Yeah.
in a movie.
I agree.
Like, emotionally invested. Like,
I agree.
People cried at the same times. People
Yep.
cheered at the same times. People made friends. People were like, I know there's no sync because they leaked that there's no, credit scenes. People just sat. Like,
Yeah, we sat anyway.
I want to hear the hammer. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm staying for the hammer.
You know what's crazy about this movie is the third time, which was this Tuesday, I heard people crying.
No,
You heard-
people.
wow, like
Like,
Stefan.
Yeah. No, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got Misty on the bootleg. I watched the bootleg and still was like at home, like, damn, this is a horrible bootleg. But shit,
Yeah, man.
Tony's dying.
Fuck. So his acting, I know as far as like the best acted scenes in Hollywood, that one's pretty like unenergetic, right? Like he's just sitting there dying. But I was so fucking convinced he was
He
dying.
looked like he was dying for real. I was
God,
like,
the look in his
like-
eye and like,
like
they're
he
trying to
was-
get his attention.
He
He
was
like,
out of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
and, then,
God.
and then Peter tried to grab his face, like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Because he was fucking out of it, dude.
yeah, dude. God, that was great.
A
Listen,
little bit more.
Yeah, dive in.
I'm invested in this. I'm gonna watch because of you. I'm gonna fucking go get a haircut tomorrow, and I'm gonna go watch the movie again.
I need to take my mom to see it.
I need to go with
she's
you.
she's caught up, so
He didn't see Marvel yet, though. Which, okay, let's talk about that, though.
See
right?
what?
Captain
Oh.
Marvel. Let's talk about
I love
how
it.
whack Captain Marvel.
I love it.
I love the movie.
Wait,
but
what?
It was not necessary.
No. I love the fact that they gave the original characters their send off without making her the star.
Yep.
She knocked down the spaceship. She did what she had to do.
the knocking down
I
the
agree.
spaceship's an important moment.
That's an
How
important moment.
how dope was it when the gun? First of all, how dope was it that Thanos, when he met up with Scarlet Witch, he realized he's done.
Yep.
He is fucking done
Because
bro.
of Scarlet Witch.
Because of Scarlet Witch,
Yeah.
which she needs her moment back.
Yep.
You took everything. So dope. So he called the initiative to destroy everyone.
Rain
and then
fire, baby.
Ebony Maw was like, our troops. He was like,
Fuck that.
we got to do it. How dope was it that the ship stopped and went upwards and started shooting off into space?
That's how.
And that moment where he was like, why they stop? And then Friday's like, something has entered the upper atmosphere.
Yeah.
I knew who it was right away.
I did too. How
No,
amazing was that, though?
Okay, so Pete, she doesn't get enough love to me. Talking about Scarlet Witch, she was
Right.
destroying a stone in the original movie.
Yeah.
and holding Thanos off. At the
She
same
held him
time.
off single-handedly.
Yeah, with
That's-
one hand.
That's strong as shit, bro.
Right. Well, if you know her from the comics, she did her own
killed-
sort of
She
snap.
killed all the mutants.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
I
powerful
know.
as fuck.
Oh, before she
And then
did
brought
that,
too
she
many
did-
back.
Before she did that, she did M Day, where she made the
Yeah.
mutants in control.
Right.
So she's
She's OP.
She's fucked the comic university up three different times.
yeah.
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 Yeah, she's amazing.
So
What-
to see her get that moment, I mean, she was ripping his damn armor to shreds.
Yeah, no, she was fucking him up. He was like, kill all of us. Like,
If
he
we
was
die,
like,
we
fuck
die.
it. He like killed everything, bro. That was an amazing moment for Scarlet Witch. Everyone had amazing moments. Falcon had an amazing moment. When he
did.
flew in on that giant and stabbed him and screamed, I was like, oh shit. All
I
right.
love how you stab him with his wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he screamed, like, I was like, okay.
No, listen,
Everyone had a moment.
even Hulk, people complain that he didn't get to fight and he didn't get to beat
He didn't get
anybody
to
up.
smash.
But he had an iconic moment when he was holding up.
He saved everyone.
He saved everybody. He's
holding up the whole building.
He's holding
with
up
the
the building.
snap and holding up the damn
With
building.
the fucked up arm.
Like, you do realize that he held up the building. Without him, everyone dies.
He held up the fucking building, bro.
I guess he saved
Give
Rocket's
Hulk
life. Probably
his-
saved Rocket's life for a moment there, right?
He saved everyone but Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Here's the chess. Here's the chess move. They made every single character super strong, like super amazing. Like going forward, Ant-Man movie, whole different note. than the last two.
He didn't get hungry when he was big. He just was big and stepping on people. And
Yeah.
I was so proud.
He killed. He's the one Black Order that I don't know his name. The really big one.
Yeah.
That's the one I wanted Hulk to beat up, but I was okay with him getting
With Ant-Man
stumped.
stepping on him,
I was
and then,
okay
and
with
then I mean, such a.
So what are the names? Ebony Maw.
Ebony Maw, Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, and then the big guy. I don't know. I know it's different in comic books. There's like another person in the Black Order, but I can't remember that big guy's name for shit.
Yeah, me either.
He's just a big dude.
It's
man.
not Corvus Glaive?
Corvus Glaive is the guy with the thing, and they didn't explain
With the glaive.
With the glaive,
Right.
He didn't explain in Infinity War how powerful that glaive is. That glaive in the comic books can destroy any fucking thing,
Which is why
which is why it fucking destroyed Vision.
didn't do it. I was like, God damn it, just read the book.
Yep.
He got stabbed with one of the greatest weapons ever.
Yep.
And he's fucked up.
And he's like, they explained it and they tried to explain it with, I can't phase. Is that supposed to be possible? It's like, I didn't think it was.
Right.
So that was like supposed to be like
They
the
tried,
slight
but
explanation.
people didn't catch it. And I'm like, dude.
That's because Vision hasn't had his real moment to shine. Like, he did his thing in Ultron, and then the next movie, he gets fucked up. So, like, we didn't
Immediately.
really get to feel how powerful he was, and all of a sudden he's a victim.
That makes sense.
And
Yeah.
this spear, which just comes out of nowhere, we have no backstory. He gets stabbed and goes, oh, I guess I'm dead
You know
now.
what they should have done?
So,
I would have accepted a 3-hour Infinity War. Because then they Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight are a couple, and you don't even get that in the movie. You only get one time when she scurries back to him after he's fucked up, after he's stabbed from Natasha.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What else got you misty? Anything else?
What else got me misty? What? The scene with Cap becoming old got me a little misty, and the reason why is because the second viewing I realized that Bucky knew ahead of time.
Yep.
And I thought that was pretty amazing.
His goodbye.
He knew before he went in that Cap wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna miss you. I mean, and that's just like something that the first time I didn't notice.
That's
I didn't
dope.
notice that he said I'm gonna miss you before he even goes in it.
that's dope. That's real dope.
Because it's only supposed to be 5 seconds for him.
Right.
So he knows.
He knew something's up.
And
Yeah.
then when he ushers Falcon to go talk to him, he already knows that Falcon's next.
Yeah, he already knew. He knew
Ah,
that.
yeah, you're right.
A lot of people complaining. Well, first of all, we all know with racist America that they're gonna lose their
Black
shit
Captain America.
with Black Captain America, which I'm absolutely all for. Like, I love what Marvel's
Absolutely.
doing, the inclusion that they're doing. Also, the Russo brothers say that one of their characters is openly gay, which is going to be fun to watch as that
It's
progresses.
going to be
Who do you think it is?
a melee. I would think it's Captain Marvel if I had to pick somebody, but I could be wrong.
That could be too. But the thing is that
But they're introducing new
it's-
characters too.
it's going to be hard for them to create the romance that's in the comic books with Rhodey and Captain Marvel. And I think it's only because of the age difference between Don Cheadle and Brie Larson.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go that route.
I don't think they can go that route. Because in the comic books, they're a thing. War Machine and Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Dude, it's where they go next is going to be interesting. I'm going to kind of go off of the.
This is a great transition. We need to talk about where they go next.
I'd love to.
So I get where they're going with doing the Falcon Captain America thing, because Winter Soldier didn't get picked by Cap.
He couldn't.
Cap was assassinated in the comics
Right.
at the end of Civil War, and Iron Man asked Winter Soldier to be Captain America, but Falcon's actually handpicked by Captain America later to do it, and they kind of followed that storyline, and it makes sense because at this point, Winter Soldier still has a stigma with the rest of the world.
Yeah,
still
he's the communist
Assassin.
assassin guy,
Yeah.
and to just magically make him Captain America probably wouldn't work.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he's also the White Wolf.
He's also the White Wolf, which you can't give him two. You can't give him 3 aliases.
Like, so he's kind of, pigeonholed into something. To go this route now, I think is really courageous
Yeah.
because, I mean, I hate to say it, Trump's president and America's all divided. To have a black Captain America
Yeah. That's powerful.
is powerful.
Here's
Yeah.
a question that I gave myself earlier today. If we don't have the success of Black Panther, do we have a Black Captain America?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to be
They
honest
knew
with you.
they once they realized the effect of Black Panther,
It was
I
a
think
test
it
run.
allows for a Black Captain America.
I hate to say it, but if Black Panther bombs and doesn't do well, they got to go with Winter Soldier or just no Cap at all.
Yeah. Just Yeah.
Just no Cap.
Interesting.
Because there's no Iron Man. I mean,
they can always do.
Well, we got Rescue now.
I think what they're doing. Well, I don't want to see a rescue movie. I don't think anyone does. We don't know enough about.
No,
it's hard.
What I saw was good enough.
It'd be hard to see Pepper Potts. Which, side note, that scene when they twirl around each other and they shoot with Rescue and Iron Man.
very cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we've seen so far of Pepper Potts, we can't expect anything more than that.
No, I don't. No.
But I think what Marvel has hit a stride with is the sub characters being so strong, the cameos and the people like the Mark Ruffalos who are not going to get a movie, and even now, even though we're going to get a Scarlett Johansson movie, but even now to this point, she's been in so many movies. It's like a prelude thing.
It's a prequel.
But seeing her in so many movies and they're so strong, and we have such an attachment to these characters without having to give them their own full movie. I think we might get that with Pepper. We're definitely going to get that with probably Bucky.
Yeah.
A White Wolf movie?
No,
we're not going to get a White Wolf movie.
he's got a show with Falcon.
That's right.
Yeah, which is going to be that's going to strengthen both of them. And I don't know if we're going to get a Captain America movie with Sam.
Oh my God, that'd be so great.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But
But
we'll see.
they're masters at storytelling.
If the TV show does well,
Right.
Right.
Yeah, we might not.
but I will say this: they were smart. They got the cheat code. Ant-Man goes back doing the trial runs. He gets old. He gets young. He kind of goes back and forth. If they fumble with Cap and it doesn't do well, if Chris Evans is down, they can still they can make him young again. Like they got the cheat code with him.
Right.
He didn't
Well,
die.
I think this is their out. This is their phase 4 is we open the door. Like we have everything now. They have all the properties now. They
got all the keys.
They have everything they could possibly see. At first, when they first started, they had a very small handful.
Well,
Yep.
Not quite everything.
Not
they
quite
still
everything.
share Spidey.
They still split Spider-Man, but Spider-Man's all in. Cards on the table. They're all in.
Yeah, and
They're all in.
his first movie is great. This next one looks great. So
No, but they only had a deal for like what 2 movies, 3? So they got to renegotiate now.
It's a done deal. They're
You
not
think so?
stupid. They're not stupid.
I
'Cause
mean-
all they wanted. Who had Spider-Man?
Sony.
All they wanted was money, right?
But Sony's still pushing with the Venom verse. Morbius is coming out next.
that's right.
Like they're still
trying.
trying.
And there's still talks of bringing Ed Hardy into the MCU.
Fuck.
There's still talks of that.
Oh my God, that'd be so great.
Are you serious,
yes,
bro?
Yes.
That'd be fucking fire, dude.
Okay,
Carnage.
side note, I really wanted him to be Wolverine, and I'm sad that he's
Ed Hardy?
Venom.
Or, I mean, Ed Hardy. Jesus.
I know
Tom
you-
Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy would be a dope Wolverine.
I wanted him to be Wolverine, and I'm really sad that he's Venom.
But he's a dope Venom, though.
But he's a dope Venom.
He's a dope ass Venom.
and I
like-
can
I
live
liked
with
it.
him being Venom,
Yeah.
but he would have been a really dope Wolverine.
His
In my
Venom voice is next level.
If they listen,
You're a loser already.
I feel like before this episode, I felt like I'm not gonna get this again. I'm not gonna ever have this in-game feeling again.
Oh, it's gonna come again, man. If
Like-
they
It's
do
just gonna
Secret,
take. It's gonna take another 11
another
years.
10 years.
if they do Secret Wars
Oh, yeah.
next, which I think that's where they're going.
Yeah, the crawl and all that.
Like I'm putting my money on Secret. If they
The
do,
Skrull?
yeah. If they do Secret Wars next and build it right,
Listen, if they fuck around, they can have 10 years to set up Secret Wars. They can have 10 years to set up some Galactus shit. They can have 10 years to set up Doctor Doom, because low-key Doctor Doom is the greatest villain in the Marvel Universe.
Want-
dude, do you realize? Not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But like, the earthquakes underground could be Namor.
Namor the Submariner.
Like it could be if they go there.
I think it is. I think it is.
So good.
they have so many fires. I
Yeah.
mean, so many things in the fire that they can go with.
Listen,
They
I'm
just
gonna
can't fumble it.
I'm gonna call it right now. If they do Namor, it might be the Aquaman killer.
Well, Aquaman was great,
I like Aquaman.
and it made some good money, and it was fun.
Have you seen it twice?
No,
I'll watch it again.
Okay,
It's visually cool.
maybe I
I'd
didn't
watch it
like
again.
it. You might be right.
Listen,
but I
listen.
watched-
It's
So-
it's a while I'm making dinner movie.
So
you feel?
here's me, right? I go to the movie theaters opening night. I always get my tickets. I never fail my mission, except for Far From Home.
He comes home. He says he loves it.
I go home. I buy the movie on digital. The first night it comes out on digital at 11 o'clock, I'm watching the movie. I could not watch Aquaman the second time.
Seriously, I haven't watched it twice. I won't lie, but I enjoyed it the first.
I mean, I
time.
might not.
I did too.
But yeah.
But I've tried to watch
a lot
it.
of movies like that, guys. I never saw Avatar twice.
I've never seen Avatar twice.
I've never seen Avatar once.
Don't worry about
I
it.
don't think I don't think now we're talking about Endgame, and it's number 2 on the list of all time greatest movies as far as like financial gain. And number 1 is Avatar. I don't think Avatar is better than that.
Avatar's just Ferngully, and that's why I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Ferngully and Pocahontas.
Yeah, I'm all right. So I think that, obviously they're gonna break Avatar's records.
Yeah. Yeah. No
easily. I went to movie theaters Tuesday and it was still packed.
Shit, I might go tomorrow.
It's funny. I went Tuesday as well. I went to the Galleria of
Nice.
all places, and it
Galleria's
was
not bad.
no, it was packed at like 3.
Yep.
It was 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, you guys don't have jobs?
11:30 at Ronnie's on Tuesday, and there was maybe 4 or 5 seats that were open. I looked.
How is unemployment at 4% right now? Everybody's at the movies.
I mean, maybe folks took a day off, or I don't know.
Yeah, they were.
I had a day off. I was
Right.
like, shit, I'm going. I'm
gonna
going
see
tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow.
It's the gig generation. Everybody works for Uber. They can go into movies whenever they want, right? Everybody's free. Everybody's a freelance artist. Like,
I saw Black Panther about 5 times.
Seriously, in theaters?
Yeah, I saw it.
good for you, man.
I saw it 3.
I saw. Well, here's the thing. Right?
I think I did too.
Like.
I felt like I was being too black. I was like, anything
opening
more?
night, right? I gotta do it another time just to form my opinion. I have to see a movie that I like twice to form my opinion. I saw it a third time probably with my girl or something, and then like 4th time with a group of friends.
Yeah.
And then 5th time my dad came in town, and I could not take him to see. He's the reason I even knew who Black Panther was when I was a kid.
Amazing.
Period.
Amazing.
I had to take him.
Amazing.
So
we
yeah.
dressed up in the whole shebang. Like,
Did you?
I'm in the straight dashiki.
Nice.
Me and the wife.
That's
dashiki
love.
Amazing.
Shirt, she's
That's
in a dashiki
love.
dress.
Oh, I love it.
And one of the
It was such a powerful movie.
one of the best times I've ever had in the movie theater. Only because I hate to say it, I went to the Esquire on purpose because I knew it would be extra black. And when I say it was extra black, and it was great.
That's awesome.
Now the second time I went to go see, I saw it 3. The second time I went to like West Olive, and then the 4th time I went to like I don't even know what the name of the theater is. It's somewhere out in West County by the outlets, and it was
Yeah, one of the.
Bear.
Oh no, the big Chesterfield one.
it's a new one.
Yeah.
and it was
Oh.
it
With
was
the mega
pretty
screen?
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Up by the bottoms.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice. But the first time I'm dashiki'd out, like Black
love it.
Power. I got a little boxy
I've
thing
never, in my 30 plus years on this planet, closer to 40, never felt more proud after watching a movie.
No, it was good. I
Except,
liked it
like-
because it was really good. It wasn't even like I was just being fake. I enjoyed the movie.
I loved everyone in it. I thought the funny there's a Saturday Night Live thing with not Saturday Night Live, but a Jimmy Kimmel thing when they talk about the mean tweets. You guys ever seen the mean tweets?
Yeah.
And the one that makes me laugh every time is when they talk to they're doing Marvel version and they're like, how is the greatest black superhero of all time born with a white ass name Chadwick?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. But no, I thought that movie was amazing. I fell in love with the villain. Like I was rooting
I
for the
wanted
villain.
Killmonger to win.
Yep.
I was rooting for the villain.
Damn, he was right.
He was right. And the whole movie sets up him being right, which
Yeah.
is kind of a weird thing for a movie to do.
I mean, even when he died, I felt bad. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, like, why do you gotta die?
Real talk though, I hated that fucking fight scene.
Oh,
That was a CG mess.
That was a Blade
Okay.
3
Fighting
fight
by the
scene.
train.
That was a Blade Trinity fight scene. Bro.
The whole last third of that movie was a waste to me. The first
Third.
the fight
I'm
the
gonna
fight in
say
the field and all that. I hated all that. The rhinos, I hated it.
The fight in the field was weird too.
I hated it.
I don't think. Okay, hear me out. They can't have a Black Panther 2 fight at Wakanda. They can't have.
They
it.
Please
gotta
leave
go
Wakanda.
fight some. Wakanda's been decimated.
Right.
They got to go somewhere else.
They have to go somewhere else. Like I want Namor and Black Panther because that's huge in the comic books.
yeah.
Like that's mad. Like have you guys read Infinity?
Oh, yes. Listen, if they don't bring in. Okay, so if I'm in charge of the MCU, I hate to say it, my next big bad or medium big bad, kind of how Loki was kind of a medium big bad.
Yeah.
My next medium guy is Doom. And
Oh my
But
god.
he's so much bigger than a medium guy.
But he can be elevated.
He's that guy.
He can be elevated. Like
He needs to be a problem for a while.
He could be a
Doom needs
10
to-
movie problem.
Yeah.
Doom needs to pop up randomly just at the end of movies like, I'm still here. Just
Yo,
don't forget about me.
Doom got the Infinity Stones from another dimension and took over. Like, and changed the dimensions. Changed Earth 613,
So
616.
you've been watching. So you read
I read.
Doom with Battle World was amazing.
I haven't read that yet.
Oh, well, I want to
Have I
ruin it.
read that?
So Doom gets the stones, and he kind of sets up different worlds,
Yeah, I think I read that then.
and
He collides two universes together.
Yeah,
And like, and he like the heroes are on it. Like one group of heroes is on a ship that's been like they have no concept of time. It's fucked up, and like he renamed the Earth, and like gave sections to different people.
Yeah.
It's hard. Doom is hard.
Doom needs to
bro.
be such a big problem. They bring in Magneto to help. That's what I'm saying.
Like Doom gets into a fight with Thanos,
Right.
And like makes Thanos look like me.
Yeah.
I'm 5'8", 165. Like there's no way you would fear me in most situations.
I would like to see a new version of Doom that I'm afraid of.
Doom's
dude,
scary.
the Doom right now in the comic books is the best villain to me. Like everyone has to worry about.
Doom's been he's been top 2 at least for the last 10 years at least.
So you guys know in the Infinity War book when all right, so in the movie, Hulk gets teleported through space with the Ragnarok like space tunnel, right? And smashes through the Sanctum Sanctorum to deliver the message that Thanos is coming.
The energy of the Biofrost.
Thank you. And in the book, though, is Silver Surfer.
Yes,
Correct.
yes.
He was the envoy, of course, because that's
Yeah.
his lot in life. So I would like to see this next phase where Silver Surfer comes to town and says, "Yo, there's a planet eater on the way."
So,
Something like that.
so you want to go the Fantastic Four route?
I'd like to go Fantastic Four route. I'd like to see Reed Richards get into the fold since Tony's gone. We got a void. We got a smart guy void.
I'm on your side
Right.
of the fence.
And what's bigger than Thanos than somebody who's going to fucking literally not reset humanity, but literally destroy your planet, like physically, like I'm going to eat your planet.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now. Get prepared. Don't get prepared for that. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's not
probably
on the
not.
rumor mill. The rumor mill is Eternals.
Yeah, no, they got a movie apparently.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, they're
that's the
casting
rumor
now
mill.
Angelina Jolie and some guy from Game of Thrones, and yeah, they're casting now.
I'm with you because Fantastic Four has been so horrible. If you're gonna
That do something.
if you're gonna reboot something, reboot that.
Yeah.
X-Men has high notes with Logan and some of the first earlier X-Men movies. I might wait on them.
We got it. The First Class was good.
No.
Yeah.
You know
Good enough.
I'm with First Class. I like.
that. Cast,
I liked
that cast is solid.
What was the one that came after that? Days of Future Past. I like that a
No,
lot.
I'm with.
That's great.
I wish they would keep those units. They're not. They're going to recast it.
Yeah, I wish they'd keep them too. They deserve to be in the MCU. You know what I mean?
I like.
What if they
Xavier.
do though, dude?
I'd love
what
it.
if
I'd
they-
love it. That'd be
what
great.
If they keep James McAvoy
Yeah.
and the guy who plays Magneto, which I can't remember his name, and like Sophie Turner. Like,
Yeah.
They're keeping Deadpool, so you never know.
I don't know what Marvel can do with Deadpool. I'll be honest.
Who
I don't
owns
know
that?
what.
Fox, right?
Yeah, I don't know what Disney.
they bought him.
I don't know what Disney can do with Deadpool.
Disney has stated
That they're going. I'm with
that
you.
they're going to keep Deadpool rated R.
They're gonna
they're gonna release a new movie division that allows for R-rated films because of fucking Deadpool, which is
Deadpool's
fucking
getting
crazy.
His own division, which means that
It's called like Disney Nights or Black or something like
Yeah.
that. Like I know.
Come on.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
It's a piggyback off of Marvel Knights when they did the Marvel Knights series
With a
back
K.
in the day when it was like Blade and the hardcore Moon Knight. Like,
Yeah.
we kill you,
Oh,
type
dude,
hero.
yo.
I heard Moon Knight.
Moon
is
Knight's coming.
I heard Moon Knight's coming.
Whew.
So they're piggybacking off of Marvel Knights, which I think is dope, and it's like Disney Knights or something like that. And you'll have Deadpool in there, probably Moon Knight. I think if they do another reboot of Ghost Rider, he's
Punisher.
in there. Punisher. So
They got to do this. Comics are too raw. There's too much violence and destruction for them not to have a dark version of Disney. You have to.
but that's what
You're owed it. We're owed that.
We can
That's-
get our Dark Avengers from there. Because we can get Dark Avengers if they go that route. We can get Blade and its Avenger. And
Get Blade. Bring Blade back. Yeah.
I mean, as they've been in talks for a while.
I know.
So we'll see. I mean, they own everything now except for Hulk. They still share
Yep.
him.
Yep. And I think Fantastic Four is weird too,
I think so too.
because that's Universal also. That's not Fox. That's Universal. But I
Universal.
think they're working on it.
They
So,
still share a couple.
I think this is the beginning, which we've said this before, and it felt like this before, where we had beginning of like the phases gave us beginnings, like an energy. I think we're at the beginning of a much larger universe, and I think the end of Endgame is that. Like the purpose of Endgame is to give you that shot where it's everybody, and then Captain finally says Avengers Assemble.
Do you think Phase 4 is going to be a continuation of all our characters? A new Captain America, Black Panther 2, Thor. What are we up to? 4?
He'll be a Guardian now, so he'll be in as Guardians of the Galaxy. So,
But how long do we have to wait for X-Men?
I think X-Men's Phase 5.
I think
That's what I was getting to.
It's 10. I think it's 5+ years away.
Yep, that's what I was alluding to. It's
I
gonna
think
take
it's
it's gonna take some time.
I think we'll get probably Doom and maybe Namor before then, because they're more tangible. Because they're just people.
And
with
Namor's
powers.
untouched so far.
Yeah, they're just people with powers.
Yeah,
I mean,
Namor is literally Captain Marvel for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like, and within a year, they gave everyone Captain Marvel, and you accept it and you love it.
And the world fucking
because
fell in love.
no one fucks with Captain Marvel comic books, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck.
No.
Like the extent of 80s babies know about Captain Marvel is Rogue. That's the extent of their knowledge of Captain Marvel, and it's even less with Namor. But as a fan of Namor, as a kid, like I think
people know more about Captain Marvel than Namor.
they do. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think this is the phase in which
he was over to Aquaman bootleg to me. I know that sucks, but
He's Marvel's first super.
I know he's been around forever.
Yeah.
yeah.
He was with Nick Fury. Like
That's right.
Like
with
my
Wolverine and
my first foray in the comic books was Namor.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
straight up.
Yeah, and I sent.
That's
I sent him a
tattoo worthy if you ask me.
and I've wanted a tattoo. I've mentioned that too. I sent him this picture the other day.
You're not bullshitting.
Like I still, bro. I don't have much from my past. I have this,
He owns Namor comics,
and that's a
legit
80
Namor.
#1 and like a 90 something #1. Like
They can't just put a dude in a speedo though. What are they
So
gonna?
my first Namor comic is he's fighting the Fantastic Four. So
Right.
He's like a Fantastic Four villain.
Yeah,
he's
he's problematic.
He's an anti-hero.
So they made him a mutant now. How you feel about that?
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, they made so.
Well, they have to though. They kind of have to like separate themselves from because
Oh, man.
like Namer's from Atlantis.
Hey, real talk. I need the MCU to say the word mutant.
Oh,
it's coming.
I know.
They'll mention it at some point. It's coming.
Yeah.
do you guys remember the Spider-Man tease at the end of Ant-Man?
No.
The girl in the bar was like, "Yeah,
You're
we
right.
got someone who swings, we got someone who crawls." Like I think it's gonna be something very small like that, and that's how
They're gonna trickle it for a long time.
My issue is okay. So we have an end. I don't know. You guys have seen the Homecoming.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Passing liquor. You guys have seen the Homecoming trailer.
Yes, I think we deserve to talk about
Far
that.
From Home.
Yes.
Have you seen the leak scene?
Yes, the one that Jake Gyllenhaal brought to the Ellen show.
So they're introducing the multiverse,
Yeah, Earth 616.
That was
Which-
hinted in the trailer.
which gives us opportunity to introduce mutants
Yep.
as well as the Fantastic Four. I mean, you could do Quasar, you could do all types of things. Who out here is going to be in the next Guardians movie?
The next phase. There's actually rumor of a Nova movie, like the superhero Nova.
Yeah.
movie.
That'd be great.
So they have so many toys now. I don't know where they go, but I think if they make the right decision, I think Marvel will stay on top for the foreseeable future.
Seems that way.
DC, I don't know, and I like DC too. Batman's my favorite hero of all time,
Likewise.
but they have fumbled hard.
Did you like?
The only reason they fumble is a forced inconsistency.
It's leadership.
Because I saw a picture the other day of Henry Cavill standing, like he's like, I like to work out with Superman, and there's like a statue of Superman, and he is my Superman. I don't care fuck what no one says. He's my favorite Superman I've ever had.
No, he was listen,
He was all right.
as Christopher Reeve is a great like Clark Kent, but that Superman, he was corny.
Real corny. The whole movie is corny. 1 and 2 are super. Well, they're all corny.
He's a great. The new Superman is awesome. Well,
I think it was a little dark for me, but yeah.
Dude.
it fits the times though.
I mean, this is a whole other episode, bro. Because I cape
Yeah.
I apologize. I went on a tangent. I'm sorry.
I came for Henry and Ben Affleck so hard because
Ben
and
was my
Jared
favorite-
Leto.
Ben is my favorite Batman.
I was gonna ask. That's
Fight
amazing.
me if
He's-
you don't.
he's-
Batfleck was incredible.
He's my favorite Batman as well. And only if I give it to Michael Keaton, it's only for nostalgia purposes. He was a fucking good Batman.
Yep. He's a good Bruce
Damn
Wayne.
near
He was a good Bruce Wayne
flawless.
too. Like he was.
A lot of things wrong with those movies, but it ain't goddamn
And he
Ben
was
Affleck.
huge. He was big.
So
he was
the-
a big boy. Like he looked like the Dark Knight.
Yeah. Year one.
Frank Miller.
Oh, yeah, the
No,
fucking,
He looked fucking
he-
huge.
The way I imagine Batman is a former alcoholic who's fed up with crime.
Yep.
And I'm rich, and I'm gonna change things.
Yep.
I never saw him as like a golden boy that was
Right.
Superman.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck fit that role so perfect. It was perfect to me.
it was flawless.
I'm so sad he's not in for the Batman, the next movie.
And that's the reason why DC will never be close to
They're a
Marvel.
logistic
because
nightmare.
there's not one person in charge. Kevin Feige, you know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in charge of DC?
All I can tell you is Warner Brothers, and they're dropped the ball.
right?
Yep.
He's
Like
right.
it's inconsistent as fuck. They
Yep.
don't have a vision. They don't have a visionary. They're
Yo,
not
Like
one person.
Shazam was good.
Shazam was good,
Shazam was okay.
and I'm looking forward to
Just
what.
okay.
No,
It was
you
good.
liked it. Look what happens.
I liked it.
He comes home from the movie. He's like,
I
that was
love
pretty good.
I love Zach. He was like the scenes in Shazam. Like it's a flawless movie for what it is.
If they can pull off a Flash movie like that, I think they'll be okay.
A
But
movie-
not great.
It's an
Just okay.
accomplishment when a movie knows what it is.
Wonder Woman, Aquaman, albeit I can't watch it twice, and Shazam. That's 3 solid movies.
And I'm
Man
actually
of Steel, solid.
I'm looking forward to Wonder Woman 84. I'm looking forward to that.
Are you?
The sequel? Yeah. Why not?
They dropped the ball with Batman vs Superman.
I thought that wasn't
It
as
was
bad
two
as a
movies
movie.
put together.
I don't think it's as bad as a movie as
It
people
was
call
horrible,
it.
man. It was.
No, it was not horrible. I don't think it was horrible.
We've
bro.
agreed all night. Now this. Let's go back to Endgame.
And cut.
I didn't think it was that bad of a movie, man. I thought it was amazing. It opened amazing.
It was a hodgepodge of movies.
It wasn't. It's impossible to flush out a villain in 1 hour, in 1.5 hours.
Yo, do
It's
you remember
impossible.
when Batman showed up to save Martha in the Batwing? How great was that scene?
Come on, dude.
I enjoyed Batman the most
Right.
of the movie.
That's right. That's right.
when
And that's
Batman
what that movie gave
when
me.
Batman's chasing the villains, the bad guys in the trucks, and then Superman's in the middle of the street, and he slides because he doesn't want to hit him, but he does hit him, and he crashes. Come on, man.
Listen, there are scenes,
Come on.
That's a
bro.
dark. That's a dark Superman.
There are scenes.
He's a dark
He's just,
Superman.
he's just standing there like next
No.
time they flash the light, don't show up. That's hard.
He's a dark
There
Superman.
are scenes
That
that I
shit hard
enjoy.
though, bro. I'm gonna watch that shit again. I'm
If
gonna
they
fuck-
made that into 2 movies, it would be so much better. I
Listen.
don't care what any. The director's cut was great.
it was good.
It was better.
It was good.
If
Yep.
they made that into 2 movies,
Yeah.
where we got them interacting, and then we got the Doomsday joint like after,
Yeah,
like more
you're right.
fleshed out.
You're right.
It would be so
He's
much
right.
better.
Have you heard of the Snyder Cut of Justice League? Have you heard people talking about this?
I don't know if it really exists. I think it's
A hoax?
an urban legend at this point.
I hope it exists.
Man.
Can you get it? Dark web?
No, but I imagine, he was the director till he bowed out because of family issues, quote unquote. So they've
I
got,
think it was studio issues.
they probably have hundreds of minutes of footage that he could easily say, yo, let me put this together and put it out there if the studio was smart. But unfortunately, the studio's not smart, as has been proven. So
Okay, imagine, fantasy world, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, fucking
what's Flash's name?
the dude who plays Flash,
Anybody?
a nigga with dark hair, versus Jared Leto, versus
Jared Leto can't hold up to the Justice
Harley
League.
Quinn,
But they cast
versus Harley Quinn, versus Margaret Robbie's Harley Quinn,
No, but
versus Will Smith as Deadshot.
They also cast Deathstroke too.
Deathstroke, the guy I forgot his name, but he's a fucking beast
It's
too.
like Joe Magliano or something.
Yeah.
Excuse my pronunciation.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He was
So-
Deathstroke in like a deleted scene, or no?
Yeah, and
Like
at the
a
end,
mid-credit
after credit
scene.
scene.
I like that guy a lot.
And I know it wasn't what Lex Luthor we want, but the kid did a good job. I forgot his name. The guy, come on, you
Jesse
know.
Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Good job.
He did a good job, bro. He wasn't a bad Lex Luthor.
Okay, listen.
Like, imagine with good writing, a good
If
story.
they would have waited and gave us Wonder Woman and Shazam, and possibly Flash before
To
Justice
build the
League,
universe first.
if they would have just
Yeah.
chilled out.
You know what
I
the problem is though? The villain was whack.
They tried to come, but
The villain was whack, and the conflict was whack. And there was no gravity to the situation.
the same problem the MCU had when it started. Because
Yeah.
we have short memories.
Throwaway villains.
Oh,
We
we
have
got
short
some whack
memories.
villains, man.
Yep.
We
There was
got
a lot of
Whiplash.
bad villains. The only
Iron
first
Man had Whiplash, dude. It was Mickey.
and
Rourke.
I like Mickey Rourke. I didn't like Mickey Rourke, so I saw that movie. I like Mickey Rourke.
Did
He
you
didn't-
really?
I like
did-
that.
I wasn't a huge
There's
fan.
nothing wrong with that movie though.
No, it was a good
It
movie,
wasn't.
dude.
It was.
But look-
Mickey Rourke that made it good. Though.
We didn't low key, literally like low key, pun intended. We didn't get a good villain to Loki, and only because they stretched him through movies. You can't flush out.
Charismatic as fuck.
You
that's
cannot
why.
flush out a good villain in one movie
Oh, the villain in Thor
unless
was,
you're
the
Ryan
villain in Thor
Coogler.
was like a giant robot.
Yeah, that's so weak. Yeah, it was some self defense system from
Which where was
Valhalla or no his hometown. Like,
Asgard.
Asgard. It was an Asgardian like self defense
Like a
robot.
big robot suit.
Right.
I have Thor movie. I just bought it like a couple weeks ago. I haven't watched it since. I need to go watch it.
That's not bad.
The first Thor, dude, it's not okay.
It doesn't hold up, but it's not like it doesn't hold up to what else is out
We
there.
didn't know the ceiling, bro. We didn't know the ceiling back then.
No, it's not bad, y'all. And
Maybe I'm judging it on like Winter Soldier. Maybe
You can't.
but-
No, you can't. You can't.
No,
Dude, first of
come
all,
on now. You
like
can't do
all
that.
that universe
That movie's
changed
top.
with the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
And first of all, the Russo brothers, dude,
Shout out to them.
they came from Community and like shit that we've probably never heard of.
But they added a level of like realism and comedy to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Not even comedy, just the quality, bro. Like the punches thrown in any other movie is less than the punches thrown in Civil War.
I think
like the fight scenes in Civil War, dude.
the skill
okay.
in a lot of people making a movie, hundreds of people. So the skill in a fight scene is to teach your actors the choreography, and you keep the camera fucking rolling.
Yep.
You watch a shitty show on TV, probably like, I'm not gonna say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is shitty, but if you watch just a regular, normal budget ass
got
TV show,
better.
the camera's gonna cut 12, 16 times in a fight scene. There's some capoeira. The woman throws the legs over the guy's shoulders and she flips them over, and the camera cuts 10 fucking times to show that. But the beauty of Winter Soldier is that when Cap and Bucky were fighting in front of the car, and Bucky drops the knife and grabs it with the other hand,
was
like
pretty
that's
as
all
fuck.
one cut.
It was
The camera
pretty-
doesn't cut.
Which I'm gonna say, that's the reason why the fights in Game of Thrones were really good. Probably up until the
Not the
final,
recent one, but yeah.
This last season's
but
been-
prior to like all the fights before,
They teach their
they teach
actors
them
how to fight. And that's why Star Wars has always been great, because the camera doesn't do those fucking smash cut shit.
Okay.
They taught
See, that's
Ewan
minutia.
McGregor and Hayden Christensen how to fucking fight for 6 months, and then just let the camera roll. And they go, do your thing.
By the way, if you guys, I didn't know you watched Game of Thrones. That's great.
Of course.
If you ever do a Thrones, my daughter.
We got to when the show wraps.
No, my daughter.
We have to.
My daughter's 3. Her name's Arya.
Oh my
I love
God,
that.
that's great.
I saw that on Facebook and I was like, that's amazing.
Good
I
job.
read the books before there was a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a nerd, so I read the books. Love them.
Mm-hmm.
Please bring me back, because
Sure.
this season's really.
We're
fucking
deep
with
in
me.
it.
This season's fucking with me right now.
Yeah, that last episode was.
Yeah, I'm actually pissed
Yeah, the last episode was.
the way they did Brienne. She's the strongest woman.
I'm okay with that.
The
though.
strongest woman.
Hold on.
Gets played.
I think Arya's. Wait, who's the little
Brienne
assassin?
of
girl?
Tarth has been strong the entire show.
But I'm okay because like her character has never been desired. They make a mock of her nickname and all that good stuff in the books and the show. And she finally thinks she's found genuine love. She's human too.
But the wildling, like
she's-
that dude
Yeah,
was
but she
all
fucked
about
up.
it. That
That-
dude was would fucking.
That's real life.
Yeah, that was
That
real
is
life.
That
yeah,
is real
and
life.
she got manipulated that whole episode. Drink, keep drinking, drink. Play this drinking game with us. I'm gonna follow you to your room and make you drink some more.
She got me too. Like,
and
I hate
and she
to
got
say it.
undressed and she got manipulated. The whole episode was the ruin of Brienne of Tarth.
but I don't think it's
hate
as
that.
bad as you think. I think he's gonna kill Cersei.
You think he's gonna be the one to do it?
I think he's not gonna hug her. I think he's gonna kill her.
I don't think he's gonna get that close. I think Cersei's so
She
maniacal.
wanted him dead.
She's not gonna. He's
She
not gonna
sent
get
an
that close.
assassin to kill him.
Oh, listen.
If my dude who don't run,
She
the,
can't kill Tyrion in front of her. He was like in front of her face with
Right.
arrows knocked. and
Right.
She's like, chill out. Let me hear what he has to say.
I saw a theory today that we're watching the Mad Queen in Daenerys.
I think that's true.
Fuck yeah, we are. She's lost it. She's
lost
gone.
it.
She's gone. And
This is a whole
after
other
this
episode,
episode, yeah, we need to.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Endgame.
but because of that last
We
episode,
gotta-
she's gone.
It's rap time.
I'm such a geek. I apologize. Sorry.
No, dude, we're right there with you.
We only
You know
got
what?
3 weeks till the end of the show, so yeah.
So like the whole thing about nerds and geeks, I don't call that anymore. I play Dungeons and Dragons. That may be nerdy, but what we're talking about is pop culture.
But okay, so I call it nerdy because I read the books before it was a thing. Like
That's
next
that's
year,
next level.
That's next level for
There'll
sure.
be
That's
a bunch
that's
of
a salute
Aryas
for
next
me.
year. My daughter, my first child, is Arya.
She gonna
That's awesome.
Way ahead of the cool shit Arya did. She was still like fighting the waif when I named her.
I love it.
So, I played Dungeons and Dragons too, many moons ago. I haven't played in years, but
We need to bring him into our campaign then.
You
still
play
got
too?
You still got a character?
I haven't played since high school.
Oh,
You fit
So
right. You
that's-
fit right in there.
Hey, Sleepy, if you ever want to get back in the game, we do.
Our
So-
our family plays. So.
yeah,
Oh,
we play.
you dead ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used
From
to
my
be,
mom,
I
nephew.
was a mage once upon a time, so I was.
We don't have a mage.
I was an old magic guy back in the day.
I'm a battle mage. We got a cleric. He's a barbarian, and then we got a rogue that plays every now and then.
I'm
But
a tiefling.
that's your race.
Oh yeah,
But you're a barbarian.
I am a barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I used to play. I won't. I can admit it. I used to.
I love it. I did not used to play, and when I discovered it the first time they wrote me in, I'm like, when are we coming back?
Right.
When are we doing this again?
So no one played in college. So I got to college and no one played. And I guess I got to play Halo.
They were there. You just didn't see them.
By
the way.
they were playing.
They were there.
They were jousting.
They just didn't come out in public.
So listen. I've been prejudged. I used to go to like Game of Thrones like meetups, or sorry, a Song of Ice and Fire meetups, as well as a Wheel of Time like meetups. That's another fantasy.
Jordan, yeah.
Oh my God! Shout out to you. I got a Wheel of Time tattoo.
Dope.
Dead ass. So I used to go to meetups and I would be prejudged because I would be like, I guess too urban. But I'm like, we like fantasy shit too. Like if I could have a son, he'd be Rand. That'd be his name. My daughters are here.
Right,
so,
right.
That's
Yeah,
awesome,
locked
man.
in. Yep.
That's
So
awesome.
no, I want to look out. It's funny. You could enjoy like sex and women and enjoy Dungeons and Dragons. It's possible.
and the same person can love basketball and football and like
Right.
you can love all these and video games. You can love all
We're
these
just
things.
shattering old stereotypes, guys. That's all.
Tech is one of the most talented people I know, like musically as well as like doing visuals with his flyers and stuff.
I appreciate that.
At the same time, he plays Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D, Game of Thrones, MCU. Yep.
Yeah.
And I have a Funko collection that will outrival anyone's.
So
I'm depressed looking at your.
as
It's really nice.
as we move closer to rap territory, I'm going to push that direction. But I think the terms for nerddom changes
Yeah.
every 10 years.
Yeah.
And I would say that you can still be a geek, or a geek probably gets you further away from society, right? Like you stay at home, you don't whatever. But like nerddom is going to keep changing. Once
the thing.
they sell the thing you love
Yeah.
at Target,
20 years ago, Star Wars.
you gotta let it.
You're a geek. You're a nerd.
Yeah, you got. You
Now,
can't do
pop culture.
in the hallway in 1995 without somebody going right.
Fucking-
But like now, they sell your shirts at Target. You might not be a nerd anymore. You like what 300 million other people like. Whatever.
But
so
I think that's cool. I think
Yeah.
it's dope that kids aren't picked on anymore. Or you can be a black urban kid that likes Kobe Bryant or LeBron James and still like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because for a minute you were kind of stuck.
Yep.
right.
Like they put you in a category and that's what you got to be.
So let me ask you now. A bunch of 30-somethings. What would a kid like in middle school now that we get him made fun of?
Shit, I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
Well, I teach middle school
Yeah.
a lot because the kids in my middle school remind me of kids from my middle school.
Really?
Does that make sense?
Oh, wow.
The kids will be kids, right?
Yeah, and I think it's I don't know what it is, maybe a cultural thing, but like, I still feel like,
Fortnite.
oh, they love Fortnite.
Everybody plays Fortnite.
Yeah, if you're under the age of 18, you play Fortnite for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it's just an age thing, and maybe 13-year-old me wouldn't care about dragons, and I'm not allowed to watch titties and people getting their heads cut off, but as 37-year-old me, I watch it and I love it. So maybe it has something to do with age, like the content that you're allowed to watch,
I guess
and which kind of navigates what your preferences are
Sure.
at the time. So that has a lot to do with it too. A lot of stuff we're watching is quite adult. Like
Yeah.
kids generally, like kids in my class were spoiling Endgame, the first class I had after the movie came out, and I was like, don't you guys care about the other people who haven't seen it? And it was like, not really, because they're at the mercy of their parents wanting to go
Sure.
see it. So like they don't have a choice.
Okay.
So they don't care as much, right? Like it's not that serious for them. I mean, they like it, but it's not that serious for them.
No.
So I just think, I think it just depends on the age and.
So I'm a late 30s guy. I'm 38.
Just turned 39.
I'm 37, about to be 38.
There's no possible way that I could see. Well, no, I won't say I got made fun of, but because I kind of faked it. I still played sports. I still talked to girls and shit like that. But like in my spare time, I had a great comic book collection, and I was reading fucking The Bulgarian I was reading David Eddings in high school. and folks would never know.
Sure.
I hit it. Whereas now I could care less. So I think it's more so.
Well, now you can find-
It's the freedom. It's the freedom.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to the internet, you can find people to,
That
talk
too.
about.
Yeah, true.
I think it's a combination of growing older, being free because we don't who's going to check us? Like
Right.
who's going to check me if I read whatever the fuck I want to read? And then also access. Like we have access to everything we want. Like nothing can hold us back. Like literally nothing. Like if you wanted to read something, back in the day, what you have to do? Go to the library. You had to go to the library and get that shit. I
Right.
wanted to learn how to play basketball. I went and rented out a book from the Linden Public Library with Larry Bird on the cover to learn how to play basketball. And then everyone in New Jersey was like, "Oh, your fundamentals," because I didn't know how to play basketball. So like, if they're saying, "Hey, do this and do this," that's what I did. It's a fundamental play. That's how I got
Much respect.
Yeah, like
I just said fuck it. I'm short, so I gotta learn how to dribble.
I was like, I wanted to learn, and my dad, I knew him. He was fucking with us, but he wasn't teaching me how to play basketball on a daily basis, and definitely wasn't putting in the coach class. Like like kids nowadays, they have fucking teachers and after school programs,
Basketball camp,
camps. Yeah, so fucking read a book.
I don't know what's nerdy now. You're right. You go to
I
Hot
think-
Topic and buy fucking Harry
Attack
Potter.
on Titan
You
and
can buy anime, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything that's hot right now is everywhere.
Yeah, it's very hard to find nerdy. I think Magic the Gathering is still nerdy.
Hold up.
You might be right.
I think, but it's still huge.
Yeah.
It's still huge though. But it's not like pop culture.
Yeah, you might be right about
Yeah,
that.
Magic is, and I like Magic. I think it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, good, harmless fun.
But it's definitely not
It's a
Game of
niche.
Thrones.
It's a thing. Yeah.
right.
Yep.
It's not. You're not wearing a Magic T-shirt.
It's
Yeah.
not
To-
X-Men yet, or
Right.
the MCU.
I think honestly, I think as a society we've gotten smarter, and like I think that's why.
Accepting.
Yeah, I think that's why.
The internet did it
Yeah.
because even if you can't find
It,
someone in your
it giveth
neighborhood,
and it taketh away.
even if you can't find someone in your neighborhood, you can find somebody a couple blocks away in your city at least that likes something that you
Sure.
like.
Yeah.
Whereas like in the 90s, 80s and 90s, like if you
Good
like
luck.
D&D, you're playing with the 4 kids at your high school that like D&D.
That's right.
Yo,
You're in that very small D&D group.
I love D&D today, only
it's a fun
because
game.
it was never in close to my universe before.
And well, for a long time, the media demonized it. The Columbine kids playing D&D.
Oh, it was a thing.
So like, don't touch it.
Yo, when
Right.
You're
I
right.
I
Right?
remember I remember the article that they said Vin Diesel plays D&D, like this cool
Dude, that might have
fucking
broken-
guy. This cool guy,
That might have been
Riddick,
what-
That broke the wall.
That might have
Riddick-
been what did it.
plays Dungeons and Dragons. Like that was like news.
It's a-
And
fun-
World of Warcraft.
and wow.
It's a fun ass game. D&D is so. Oh my god.
And, then,
It's,
and now Gordon Hayward plays League of Legends or some shit, right?
It's-
Like
I play League of Legends. It's fun.
Nice. It's improv. It's improv. That's all D&D is. It's improv with dice. That's it.
It's
Dude.
acting.
I have when I lived in Columbus, Ohio. I LARPed.
Nice.
Bullshit you not. Like 3 ULAC guys. It's just 3 of us. And a whole,
Out in the park.
A whole crew of a bunch of everyone else.
Right.
And they're like, "You're here," and I'm like, "Yep, I'm in my Kobe's, and I'm gonna change clothes. And I'm gonna
That's awesome.
let's do it."
I would love to do that shit. That'd be great.
I know you
went
would.
to a-
That's you. That sounds like some shit you'd love.
St. Louis doesn't have a very large LARP. Like people don't do it here.
So, all right, I don't know what LARPing is. I'm going to assume it's when, like, if I go to Wash U and play basketball, I'll see people in medieval outfits outside.
Live action
Jow-
role play. Yes.
Typically, it's
I
combat
context-
based,
I
so
context that.
you'll put a bunch of foam armor on.
Yeah, no,
or foam weapons.
they have little foam weapons and they just go hard.
It
Sounds fun.
some of the funnest shit I've ever done in my life.
I love it.
I played the Dark Elf. It was great. I didn't have much martial arts skills or whatever, but I got to beat people up with a blunt object, and they didn't get hurt. It was great. I would suggest if you have any type of issues to do it.
Well, guys,
Get your sweat on.
I enjoyed this episode.
Fuck yeah. This is great.
Sleepy.
Thank you guys so
No,
much.
no.
No,
Thank
thank
you for coming.
Hey, listen, it was my pleasure. And seriously, I am semi-drunk because of this awesome liquor that they gave me.
This
Tuwaka.
Tuwaka. I'm gonna get some. I have a home bar I'm building, and I've got the bar in the basement.
They sell these in the
It's-
big bottles,
It's
too.
all done. I've been cultivating the liquor bottle since we moved in there in February. I gotta add that to the collection because
Dude,
it tastes
this on ice, you're good.
It
tastes
is
smooth.
delicious. Oh my god!
I get
It's
some
great.
special moonshine from a special place in between here in New Orleans, and that's as smooth as that. And that's amazing that like you can go buy that.
Listen, before
500-year-old brandy.
before I got here, I had some car trouble, so I took an Uber from Spanish Lake, which is far as shit.
Right.
That alone was worth the ride.
And you get to take that glass with you, so
Are you bullshitting me?
Right.
Not,
Yeah,
for real?
he's like, this is a gift. They gave it to you at the arena.
Dude, dead ass. But we've had
Little
the
Crown
great
Royal
conversation.
that's right.
You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
And we'll
coming.
have you back probably in about a month after Game of Thrones wraps. And
We have to
and
wait 2 weeks after the Game of Thrones. My give is 2 weeks.
Yep.
If you haven't seen it in 2 weeks, if Game of Thrones comes out, season finale, series finale, and you haven't seen it in 2 weeks, you don't want to see it.
Yeah,
you don't care.
Yeah, you're on the fringes.
If you haven't seen Endgame by today,
Yeah. You're a soft fan.
this
If
is what,
if
this
a
is
fan
2
at all.
weeks- This is 2 weeks, post.
Yeah.
No,
You don't
2 weeks
care.
yeah.
You're a soft fan if a fan at all.
So you're not offended
No.
that Iron Man dies. Bitch. Side note, just want to end on Endgame. My favorite scene is when he snaps. And the way he snapped was so Tony Stark. Because it was like, like the way he like leaned into it and like kind of made a little face and just like snapped.
I am
I am Iron Man. He was
Iron
like,
Man.
like the way he leaned in. Like this is a very small thing that he did. He leaned in and made like a little face like, fuck you. Perfect.
What's your favorite scene?
It's probably the portals. When the portals open, everybody's running, and the armies were running together, and Ant-Man was running at full size, at giant size, and I felt like, yeah, I've read this before. This was on the pages.
Yep.
And that's why I loved Watchmen back in the day, because it felt like I was watching a comic.
Because Watchmen
like
is such a adaptation.
visual one-to-one like
Yeah.
translation. But yeah, when the armies were clashing, I'm like, okay, my heart rate is literally rising. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
My whole life. That's my favorite scene too.
And
Yeah.
and to take it back to what Tex said a few hours ago, this is what Civil War did not give us. So as good as Civil War was, it wasn't that. And here we are. We made it. We got it.
You
Yeah.
haven't. I can't dispute that. Favorite scene? I got everything I wanted my whole life as a comic book nerd in one movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It's probably my favorite movie of all time.
It's my favorite movie of all time.
And when close second, if not just let's just make it even, when Cap was wielding his shield and the hammer at the same time.
When he called Thunder,
Yeah.
Undefeated.
when Thor yelled, I knew it, and my mind instantly, in a flash, went back to
God,
the
that's so fucking
Age of
emotional.
Ultron scene when Cap picked it up and it buzzed,
It jiggled.
and it focused back on Thor like, oh shit, we can't. Nope, we have to talk about this. Why was Cap unworthy then?
He wasn't.
He was.
He was
Because
worthy.
He was holding on to
he had one secret.
But
Okay, hold on now.
Who killed Tony's dad?
Yep.
The Russo brothers says today that Tony was worthy, but he knew Thor's ego. Cap was worthy, but he knew Thor's ego,
So he didn't do it.
so he didn't pick it up.
Ooh, I like that too.
Now that I didn't know, and that's awesome.
I heard this. I heard. Yeah. I like that too.
So I like your theory too a lot. That the only thing that was keeping him back was his secret about the Starks.
Dude.
But the Russo said today that he's always been worthy.
and that I can go with that.
It's interesting,
Do
right?
you know we get the multiverse in about a month,
Yep.
And
and what that does
Tech,
for-
me and Tech, amongst many other people, are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con this year
I gotta
for
shake your hand.
whatever announcement they're going to give.
Yeah.
We'll be there for it.
Yeah.
The question is, are we going to wait 36 hours in line to hear it?
Listen. I have one purpose for San Diego Comic Con, and it's one Funko Pop. Like Funko Pop.
So you have two purposes, if I may.
But Hall H is my number 2 purpose. So
Right.
after I get the Funko, I don't give a fuck what I do. If I have to sit in line for 36 hours,
So we have all day Thursday to do whatever we want.
which
Which is the opening day.
I'm gonna get the Funko that
And
day.
then the line for Hall H for Saturday, which is the big day, starts Friday at some point. And it's all covered. So you can stay the night, get a sleeping bag, whatever. We can stay the night. We can all take turns going to the bathroom, showering, getting pizza, whatever. And then Sunday we can do whatever we want too.
Yeah.
So we have 2 days worth of showtime, which is plenty for 3/4 or a quarter mile convention, to do whatever we want. But we might have to dedicate 2 days to sitting. If you guys listeners don't know what Hall H is, just Google it. It's the big show at San Diego Comic-Con where all the news comes out. Like I got to see Batman vs Superman 2 years before it came out. I got to see a Warcraft teaser before it came out. And
Sorry about that.
no, I like that movie. But
I like this.
I saw
but
it. I liked
but
it.
when I got to stand with I don't know a few thousand people screaming so loud we were crying because Superman flew out of the sky and eclipsed the bat signal as some I don't remember his name, some popular actor was reading a line from Dark Knight, talking like from Batman to Superman. So like Hall H is a next level
Yeah,
experience.
We're doing that.
So we might need to grab some sleeping bags and sleep under.
We're doing
Yeah,
Hey, look at the windows of my soul. We're camping.
yeah. So mid-July, me and Tech are gonna be in San Diego,
That's so dope.
soaking in whatever they've got to show us.
That's
For better or for worse, we're gonna see some Star Wars. We might not see some Phase 4, but who knows?
No, I think you will.
Yeah.
We might.
They already announced the the next set of movies, not the names, but the dates came out
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep.
like earlier today or yesterday.
Yeah.
So maybe by July, maybe I don't know.
60 minutes shit show, episode 36. Thank
Not-
you for listening.
120-minute shit show. Thanks for listening.
134 minutes shit show. Thank you for listening.
For real?
Like, subscribe, share it with your friends. We
Yeah.
appreciate all the listeners. Thank you for riding with us for the last episode in which we played the throwback episode 5 because I was being selfish and I was watching Endgame.
Hey.
But it is what it is.
If you know who we are,
Yeah.
that's not a problem.
All right. So thank you for listening. New episode. Thank you, Sleepy, for coming again.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
you
me. Real
1,000 times. We'll have you
Lots
back.
of love.
Much love, man. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And
See you in a couple weeks.
real quick, Ben finished his Kickstarter for his comic book Butcher Queen. They hit their goal last night,
110%.
110%. So that's going to come out. And if you backed it and you're listening, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate that.
For real.
We had a little bit of press for the podcast about 2 weeks ago. I was in the Riverfront Times for my musical project, the Grooveland EP. Riverfront Times did an article on it, and I did mention the 60-minute shit show, so that was pretty awesome. So that's all we got going on, right?
Yeah, that's
Anything
about
else?
it. I'm about to go in hiding. I got 4 comic books to make in 8 months, so I'm gonna disappear for a while and make some comic books. But I'll
Yeah.
be on the show.
Cool. Thank you for listening.
Love everybody.
And we're going to end with a snap.